Reversible transactions are not required for cryptography. It requires more audits and real-time threat monitoring. On Ethereum, users losing money as a result of malicious activity is hardly uncommon. In fact, researchers recently proposed the introduction of a kind of token that is reversible in the event of a hack or other undesirable behaviors. According to the proposal, modified versions of the rules governing both regular Ethereum tokens and non-fungible tokens, known as ERC20R and ERC721R, would be created. The idea that this new standard would enable users to freeze request recent transactions, locking funds until a decentralized judiciary system could determine whether the transaction was legitimate. In order to reduce collusion, both parties would be permitted to present their evidence, and the judge would be selected at random from a decentralized pool. At the conclusion of the procedure, a decision would be made, and the money would either be returned or left in its current location. The decision would then be considered final and would not be challenged again. This would create a realistic way for those who have lost money due to hacking or other malicious activity to get it back in a direct and democratic way. Unfortunately, it's possible that this idea is unnecessary and ultimately harmful. The decentralized philosophy's tenet that transactions only flow in one direction is one of its foundational tenets. They cannot be undone in almost any situation. This new protocol change would be contrary to that fundamental principle and would attempt to fix an unbroken system. And even if such tokens were implemented, it would be a logistical nightmare. Without every platform adopting the new standard, there would be significant gaps in the system, allowing thieves to easily switch their reversible assets for non-reversible ones and completely escape the consequences. Because of this, the entire asset would lose all utility and users would probably stop using it altogether. Additionally, the concept of judicial review as a whole implies centralization. Isn't the very purpose of cryptocurrency to be independent of a third party? The current proposal doesn't specify how these judges will be selected other than to say that it will be random. It's difficult to say that collusion or manipulation is impossible unless the system is extremely carefully balanced. Hey, this is the Coin Fixer. Before we continue, I just want to remind you all that I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. If this video has brought you any value so far, do like and subscribe to help support the channel. Now on with the video. A better alternative. In the end, while the idea of a reversible crypto asset may have been well-intentioned, it was also completely unnecessary. Even if platforms decide to use it, the premise adds a great deal of new complexity to the process of actual system integration. In the decentralized ecosystem, there are other methods of achieving security that do not interfere with the fundamental strength of cryptocurrencies. One is the ongoing auditing of all smart contract codes. Exploits found in the underlying smart contracts are the root of many issues in decentralized finance. Before these protocols are made public, thorough and independent security audits can assist in identifying potential problem areas. Additionally, it's crucial to attempt to comprehend how various contracts will work together once they go live, because some problems only surface when they are actually put to use. Any contract that is deployed will have risk components that need to be watched for and countered. However, a lot of development teams lack a reliable security monitoring solution. On-chain diagnosis is frequently the first indication that something is wrong. Massive or unusual transaction volumes, as well as other unusual transaction patterns, may indicate a real-time attack. The key to staying on top of them is being able to recognize and comprehend these signals. Of course, there must also be a system in place for recording events, documenting them, and relaying the most crucial information to the appropriate parties. Some alerts can be distributed to the developer team, while others can be made public. Better security can be implemented in a way that supports the decentralized ethos, rather than being relegated to a judicial review once the community is so informed. Let's consider the Ronin hack as an illustration. The project team didn't become aware of the attack for 6 days. They were only made aware when a user complained that they couldn't withdraw money. The first significant suspicious transaction could have been addressed almost immediately if the network had been subject to real-time monitoring. Instead, no one caught on for nearly a week, giving the attacker plenty of time to keep moving money and hide their past. It should be fairly clear that the monitoring could have been helped in this situation rather than reversible tokens. Many of the stolen coins had already been moved around wallets and exchanges several times by the time it was discovered. Couldn't we just reverse all these transactions? This endeavor simply isn't worth the effort due to the complexity that has been added and potential new risks that may have been created, especially when powerful mechanisms that provide a comparable level of security and accountability already exist. It would be much more sensible to implement thorough and ongoing security processes across Web3 so that the decentralized assets remain immutable, but not unprotected, rather than tampering with the formula that makes crypto so potent. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updated whenever we upload a new video. Till next time.